Which of the Kente is the most expensive, and how can you see the original pattern from the one that is not original?
Okay. Oh.
This is the Kente Museum.
And you'll learn the history of Kente. Very important. See how it's made. It's amazing.
Welcome to the Kente Museum.
I'm excited.
Mr. Clark, welcome to Kente Museum.
Oh yeah, Kente Museum. Okay.
So guys, this is day 7 on our journey. Today we are at Boinre Kente village, the Kente Museum, and then our diaspora guests are here to learn about the Kente. They are here to know the history behind the Kente. And like I keep saying, this is the right way to visit Ghana, knowing the history.
So you're welcome to the Kente Museum, and we'll be taking you through the history aspect of the weaving. Then also after, we'll take you through the practical aspect. If you want to try your hands on the weaving too, we will help you to become one of the best weavers in the industry. My name is Nana Kwesiasa Rejabo, and I'm here to lead you through the history aspect. You know, when you say Kente, you say it's a celebrational hand weaving material that has been done by horizontal weaving women. So everything about the Kente is hand weaving. All the beautiful fabrics we see outside there are all hand weaving. There is no machine works applied to the weaving. So all the patterns involved are all hand weaving. So the history of the Kente started the 16th century by 2 great men called Okuku Kwegu and Kwasha Miao. These men were hardly 20 years of age, and they were farmers. So they saw a spider weaving its web on the way to the forest. Then it came to their mind, it's a gift from the ancestors. So they decided to humble themselves and observe the skills of the spider. So through the observation, then they brought an invention called a tuma, that's the woven cloth. A tuma. But you see, there were no fabrics like this one, the yarns of like this. So they were only using some leaves in the forest as raw materials. And we have the raffia palms, normally found on the riverside, then also fiber from some plants, like plantain. You know, they cut the back of the tree, then they form it, they took the fiber out from, they do it with the weaving. They use that one as the strength or the yarns to do the weaving. So they presented their invention to the chief of Bomie, who was the then Anabobiansan the first. And he also, in return, accompanied them to the Kumasi, today Menchia Palace, you know, to show the invention to the king at that time, who was the then Anawose to the first. So when the king saw the invention, he became fascinated, and he adapted it as a royal cloth. Then, after a series of experiments, these men came with an improved version of the discovery, and that time it had the surface of that of a basket weaving. It had a similar look of a basket weaving. So they named the new improved version a basket woven cloth. A basket woven cloth. And the basket in the local word we say Kente. Can we pronounce that Kente?
Kente.
Kente. Yeah. So the Kente means basket. Yeah. They saw that the surface of the weaving was similar to that of a basket weaving. So they named it a basket woven cloth. That's Kente Tuma. So the name Kente Tuma was what was later corrupted to become Kente weaving. That's Kente Tuma. Kente weaving. So that was how we had the name Kente weaving. It was Kente weaving. Then we corrupted the name to become Kente weaving. Yeah. And after the discovery of the yarns from the Atenten row, from the Wonyina tree and the many others, the cotton and the second one, it was made in only black and white. Yeah, it was made in only black and white. Then we have a brother by name Nana Wata Kraban. Nana Wata Kraban was also from the Woyoko clan. You know, when you say clan, these are some family groups. Each member in their clan state belongs to. Yeah, so every account member belongs to a clan. So we have over 9 or more clans. We have the Asuna, the Oyoko, the Aguna, and the many others. Yeah, so the men who brought the idea of the weaving was from the Asuna clan. And we have this man, Nana Wata Kraban, who was also from the Oyoko clan. So he invented colors into Kente weaving. And he did that by using juice from plants. He used juice from plants to dye these colors to get the colorful ones. And we also have the first Kente cloth made in the system of weaving that was made in only black and white colors. That was when colors were not brought into Kente. So we had only black and white, and it was called Gagamuga. Gagamuga was the first ever Kente cloth made in the system of weaving. When you say Gagamuga, it's a pinstripe. It's a pinstripe. Yeah. That Gagamuga. Then we had the first colorful Kente cloth made in the system of weaving called Oyoko Mine. Oyoko Mine. That's the family of Oyoko. You know, like I said, Oyoko is a clan. So the man who brought the idea of the colors was from the Oyoko clan. So we named the cloth after the clan. So we say the family of Oyoko. Then also we have the evolutions or stages of the Kente weaving. You know, we never started the Kente weaving in the loom as you see over there. It started from a small way. We have what you call as Ayasintuma. Ayasintuma, that's the first stage of the Kente weaving. That when you say Ayasintuma, that's cloth woven on the solar plexus. That's Ayasintuma. Then later we had what you call as Asasintuma. So this is the typical illustration of the Asasintuma on the board here. They were doing it on the ground. That was the background. That's the ground weaving. We call it Asasintuma. That's it. Then later we had what you call as the loom weaving. That's the Insebiantuma. So looking around here, you can see the loom weaving around. You see, these ones were not enough to make a piece of cloth out from. You know, to get a cloth to cover yourself, this wasn't enough. So then they invented the loom weaving. So it was within the loom weaving we decided to create the first Kente cloth, which was the Gagamuga, that's the pinstripe. Then after the stages, we also have our processes of the Kente weaving. You know, before it comes to the loom, it passes through many processes. We have what you call as the warping method. I will take you to a fit there and I'll show you how the warping method is being done. Then after the warping, we have what you call as the folding. Then after folding, there is another step called settings. Yeah, when we go to the loom, when we get to the loom, you see some materials over there. That's where we do the settings. You'll be inserting the strings through those materials. And after you are done with all these processes, then you come to the weaving itself. Then when you come to the weaving tool, we have classification, classes of the weaving. There are 3 main types of weaving. We have the single, the double, and the triple. When you say single weave, that's the plain one with no designs. We don't make any designs in the plain weave. So this is one of the samples of the plain weaving. Let me show you this one. This is the real single weave. It's a one color weaving, but this time we have modernized it in this form, like adding the shimmer colors or sometimes mixing the colors. So this is how it looks like. You can feel the texture too. So this is the single weave, the plain weave with no designs. Then we have what you call as the double weave. This is one of the double weave patterns. You know, when it comes to the double weave, we create designs in the double weave. But in the double weave, the patterns are being programmed before you start weaving. You first program the patterns on top of the mesh or the warping before you start the weaving. And one more thing about the double weave is that in most times, the pattern you see at the back differs from the front. So and the front pattern on both sides. You can use either side. So the pattern you see on the front differs as you turn the back. So that's the double weave. And in the double weave too, the most work is done by a material called shuttle. The same thing applies to the single weave. So we use the shuttle work to make the weaving a bit easier and faster. Then we come to the triple weave, which comes with more intricate patterns, and is being classified as the most complicated weaving in the Kente industry. When it comes to the triple weave, the back is equally as same as the front. The back and the front, they are all the same, so it's difficult to differentiate both sides. Yeah. And one thing about the triple weave is that the most work is done by the hand or the fingers. So it takes longer time in making these ones. If it will take you a week or two to complete the single weave, and 3 weeks to a month to complete the double weave, in the triple weave, it will take you 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and even more. There are cloth that will take you like 8 months to a year to complete a full cloth. Yeah. And even in the triple weave, that one too has it in classes. Yeah, depending on the patterns you are making. Some of the patterns are more complicated than the others. Yeah, so others will take you like 3 months, others will take you more than that. So that's the classes of the weaving. Then we come to the naming and the meaning of the Kente. Every Kente cloth has a name and a meaning to it. Every Kente cloth. All right, so let's take this single weave for example. When I pick this one, the name for this cloth is called Ahwene Pankasa. See Ahwene Pankasa. Ahwene, say Ahwene Pa. Ahwene Pa. Enkasa. Enkasa. Say Ahwene Pankasa. Yeah, when we say Ahwene Pankasa, we say the quality bees, they don't make noise. The quality bees doesn't make noise. That's Ahwene Pankasa. Then we have this double weave here. We call this one Emrepadawanim. Emrepadawanim. When we say Emre means time. Emre. Yeah, that's time. So when you say Emrepadawanim, it means good time ahead of you. Good time ahead of you. You see. So Kente is full of culture and philosophy. Every pattern has a name and a culture meaning. Let me explain this pattern here. Alright, this is one of the triple weave, and we call this one Ajini Asan. Ajini Asan. Ajini Asan. When we say Ajini in the Kente weaving refers to us as design. So we say the end of all design. The end of all design. This is one of the ultimate patterns that was being created back in the olden years by our forefathers. You know, our forefathers did well by creating thousands of Kente patterns, and they gave each and every pattern a name and a meaning to it. So after some time, they were exhausted, and they had in mind there wouldn't be any pattern to be created. That was their thoughts. So they created most of the patterns. They combined most of the patterns into one particular cloth, and they named it. This is the end of our designs. This is the end of our designs. That's Ajini Asa.
So it means that this Kente can be called Omega.
Omega, yeah.
So let's call it.
Oh, okay. All right, then Omega, you're supposed to get Omega with you. Okay. Omega has to go with you today. Yeah.
So we can, the English name, we can establish it as Omega.
Sure. All right. So that's it. We have a lot, and after this one too, we have the youth of today has been able to create some patterns as well. Yeah. So, but this one is also known as the traditional wear. This, I can say, this is the most popular Kente cloth, even if not in Africa, if not globally, in Africa and especially in Ghana here. So at times, in most occasions, festivals, you see this type of patterns and the color. You see, the colors are being recognized as the traditional colors. So people really admire this pattern a lot. Yeah, that's the Ajini San pattern. We have a lot in the Kente industry. Maybe time will not permit us to go through one after the other. So I will end the explanation from here. Then we go to the practical aspect. Then you see how we do the weaving also. But if in case you have a question so far to ask, you can do so. Then we try to explain it as.
Which of
All right, let's first explain about the originality of the Kente weaving. First, I said everything about the Kente weaving is traditionally and it's handmade. So most of the times when you feel the texture, you see it's a bit kind of rough or something like that. Yeah. But let's compare to the material ones. The material ones are very smooth. When you feel it, you will not feel anything like being in a rough way. But it's so smooth. Yes, and that one is printed.
Okay.
Yeah. The fake ones, they are printed.
Okay.
They are not weaving.
Okay.
Everything about Kente weaving, everything about Kente weaving is handmade.
Okay.
It's handmade.
This is
But
very helpful.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fake ones are printed ones.
Yeah.
They are just like the normal materials we buy outside it. Although you can see the patterns, they have copied the patterns and they have printed it on top of it. But when you feel the texture of it, you can see a very light way, very lighter. Yeah, compared to the original Kente cloth. When you feel this one, you feel it's a bit thick
Yeah.
compared to the material.
Yeah, that's helpful. Thank you.
And let's come to the most expensive Kente cloth. All right, let me show you one pattern here. Okay. This is called assassin. Say assassin.
Assassin.
Assassin means invaluable. Invaluable. It's priceless. Yeah, that's assassin. When you come to the Kente industry, this is one of the most expensive Kente cloth in the industry. And this one also takes longer time in making it compared to the other weaving. All right, so let's see something about the assassin cloth. In Kente weaving, as I am a weaver here, and I see you making these patterns, I can easily copy this one and do it. Yeah. When I get to your loom and you are not on seat, I can be in the loom and create whatever pattern you are doing here in the Kente weaving, except this one. And one thing about the Kente weaving is that in mostly the people biologically from the Asante Bonwe here does not spend enough time in learning or studying the ways in doing the weaving. It's something like a generational impact. So while growing up, you'll be copying the ideas from your father's brothers who are doing the weaving at home. So you just need a time to be in the loom, then you do the weaving. But only in this particular cloth, you need to study the ways and the manner we do it before you can do it. And this particular one, the people who knows how to do it is not more than, they are not more than six in the whole entire community.
Oh, 6 people that can do that.
6 people, only 6 people. Yeah, this is the most complicated and expensive Kente cloth in the industry.
What do they make? What designs? Coats or
Clothing.
suits or what?
In the Kente weaving.
Yeah, and this most expensive.
Oh, this one, Kente can be used for different purposes.
Okay.
Not only for clothing. When you come to the Asante, our kings or our men do wrap the Kente. They cover themselves with the Kente when going to occasion. So they wrap it. And people also put it in dresses. You can sew it as a dress, like you said. We have pictures that some people has used it in suit, coats. Yeah, and the females too, they put it in a beautiful dress, a lot. And not only that, but also for decorations, a lot. Tablecloths, table one, and even bedspread and others. So you can use Kente for everything you want to use it for.
but this Kente especially is for ceremonial ceremonies, royal ceremony, installment of chiefs, traditional
gatherings.
Yeah, because it's a unique cloth. You
Kente
can't just use it.
is not just a cloth.
Yeah.
Kente is more than just a code. Kente is being defined globally as an iconic visual representation of the history, philosophy, religious belief, even social values, oral literature, our ethics, and also political thought throughout West Africa. And you see, Kente is also exported as one of the most key symbols, in the Ashanti traditional, history and a lot. So there is a lot in the Kente weaving, and the best thing about it is the history, the rich history about it. Every pattern you pick has a meaning to it. We have a cloth that was designed to honor people like Fatia Fatana. When you say Fatia was the wife of the first president of the Republic of Ghana. Married a beautiful Egyptian lady. The Fatia was designed to honor the king of Egypt. And there was this man by the name of Kente. He was also an Ashanti king, and he was captured to Saisei Island. So a fort was also designed to commemorate his departure when he was being captured. So we say Ohenia Fosun. We have a lot to be thinking about.
This is
You like that one?
that's royal.
Yeah. I was looking at
Would they also like wear that at weddings?
yeah, what
Weddings, yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
You do these here.
The stamping.
The stamping.
Yeah, we need the cloth and we need the spoon.
Because with them are more attractive now.
Also, when you get
Colors in the combination. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh, there you go. That's great.
Fantastic.
That's it. Okay.
Welcome to Ashanti Kente village. Yeah, you've done well.
Okay, that's good.
Oh yeah, we would do that.
Okay, you did that, man.
Thank you.